Hello, everyone. How are you? Okay, hold on. Oh, music might be a bit loud. Let's see. Uh, actually, this is fine. Making bank on these ads for real. I'm so sorry. I can't. I got peer pressured into accepting affiliate, and that just means as a beginning. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But we got channel points for it. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Um. Rixie might be sleeping. What's going on? Ah, there we go. All right, hello everybody. It's time for yet another, yet another stream on Northern Reaches. I can't lie. Since I think on Wednesday I talked about potentially planning something else for tonight. We ended up just going for something like this. Reason for it is because kind of like too short notice, and also like I'm elaborating the project for the codathon in the background. For those of you that weren't there on Wednesday and need to get a little bit of a pitch, the codathon is something I envisioned for like an alternative. Let me put the music down a little bit. The codathon is something I envision as like an alternative thing that we could do to the stream where we take a game and we make it all on one stream as like a speedrun session, right? I think that could be pretty nice to do. I reckon it'd be for some viewers, I think more interesting than just watching like a 50-part coding stream where you have to have context on everything, etc. So yeah, I think that might be a good way to do stuff like this. So I've gotten in contact with a friend of mine to set up a map for the game, because the point of it is to also showcase just code. Um, the point of it is to showcase the code, so the map is not too important to prepare, I reckon. Uh, so what I mean by this is that I'm not going to prepare the map on stream. The map's already going to be prepared, so it's not a true like game jam-esque kind of deal. It's just like to code an entire game in one stream, hopefully. Which does sound ambitious, right? Considering I just like did considering it's like the 14th part of this game. But we did experiment a lot. When is this releasing? That's a good question. I mean, we've gotten pretty far. We still have like a board full of systems, right? We can knock a couple of these out tonight if we're productive. Let me see. I think it's over there. There you go. Yeah, a couple of things to add. The yellow ones are slightly big things to do. This shouldn't be that big actually, but yeah, you know what? There you go. Yeah, mostly content stuff missing. Um, yeah, well, it's a big game to go. I don't know what to do. Thank you, Milo. Right, yeah. I got started on a different survival system on Wednesday, which I think is so much more interesting than what we planned. If you guys played Peak, pretty good game, you'll know that the health system works in a special way. I mean, the image on the ground. I mean, the propaganda poster by Rixie. Um, yeah. So, yes, for the survival system, basically what we cooked up last night is not last night, on Wednesday night. And for those of you that didn't see it, that's going to be fun to do. It's like a huge improvement, in my opinion, to what we planned. Big hearts here, and you take damage, and the shadow is the container, right? It's like mimics flashing hearts, etc. So this is the health bar here. And essentially, what we're going to do is once you accumulate, you know, um, frost, I guess, the frost is going to settle in from the right here and delay, like, reduce your maximum health until you have no more. But this is why, like, this is I think how we want to do this kind of stuff. And we also added some cool stuff, such as if your health gets too low, you get a tip. Low on health, eat food or seek shelter. You see the tip fade out here, and you have a flashing red on the background, which I think is pretty interesting. We also moved the tip system. What is that? What? Wait, why can I only revoke? What's the thing here? Is this like something that red is hidden that doesn't really quite work? Well, not sure. Anyway, yeah, we also changed the notification system that was in chat to be on the action bar. I reckon we also have errors over there, like this. And the fade out was also pretty nice to code, I guess. I think it's when someone friend requests you, but you're already friended. Is that a bug? Interesting. Hey, what if I try to add myself? Hey, plan that. Anyway, yeah, that's what we did last night. I think I'm gonna not last night. Why do I keep saying last night? That's what we did 2 nights ago. Um, so I think the goal now is going to be to keep going at that system, get it working, so we can finally have a weather system, not a weather system, but like a system for the cold generating and going away and whatnot. I think that's going to be pretty interesting, right? Should be nice. Okay. Friend list, yeah, seems. Ah, is it like an invite to join? Not sure. Okay, whatever. How does one obtain? Hey, Mr. Sam, what up? How does one obtain whitelist here? So you can't play the game yet. That's for me only. But the building whitelist is a bit of a nepotism ink. Basically, if you sub, you're guaranteed. Don't worry. Don't sub for that though. Sub only if you feel like it, of course. It's mostly a joke. I'm just adding like a couple of goobers. Okay, so how do we want to store the uh the reduced health? That's okay. Right, so this is what we defined for the health, and this is the function for this is the function for the health bar that we made. Basically, it's just like the zeros continue the last icon. Get wireless by being French, aka Fox Neighbor, for real. Uh, let's see. I think we can do like maybe something like is that a loader near? Yes, it is. Player dot change max, right? And that's going to be our thing for like freezing and shit. So let's do type as a string. Let's do amount as a number. Type is like what kind of thing, because we're not only going to have frost. I think I put on a bunch of icons here. Yeah, gonna have frost, overheat, weather, and hunger. I think. So let's actually do all of these, right? I think we're going to use the class system. For those of you that don't know what the class system is something I cooked up. It's like 8 code blocks. Hello, Luham. It's 8 code blocks. You can see it right there. By the way, now that I think about it, I think I'm going to move the chat. I don't know if I want to keep it in here. I'm gonna be honest, because it's kind of like obstructing the view. Maybe I can just put it like all the way up here. Right? No big chat history, but at least it appears, I guess. It's mostly thank you, Mr. Sam. It's mostly so that we can see the code more clearly. Right. Okay. Right, so this is the class system I cooked up. You got class.init, which instantiates a class. Mostly it just like sets the attributes here, as you can see. And class.object.init, which instantiates an object of a certain class that we specify here. You give it an instance name and the values corresponding to the attributes as set. Basically, a whole lot of verbose to say a very simple concept, which is that you can create advanced dictionaries, I guess. They're mostly advanced dictionaries. It's just like dictionaries, except they work with nested variables. Here's how it works, right? Health limiter. We're going to call them the things that limit the health bar, like the freeze, like in peak that I mentioned. What do we want for these? We want a color. We want a char. That's just the arguments that we want. I think that's about it. Not sure, but and then we can just like do class object in here. So health limiter, I called it. Let's do like let's do it 4 times. Right. We want a color, so I think I defined it as this dot color dot cold. Yeah. I think I also have hot. And for this one, actually, I should not put it here. Sorry, that's going to be the ID first. So we have frost, fire, weather, and hunger. Right. So color here, and then so let's just also do a color for the weather. What can we do for color for the weather? Some kind of blue, maybe. Let's look at my palette, see if there's something there. This should work. 23427E. 23427E. There you go. And for hunger, maybe we can put some sort of purple. BA285C. Right. And then let's do the characters, which were over there. So the specific thing about these characters that they're all the same length as the heart, mostly to keep the alignment proper. I think it's just more practical that way than to have to like adjust manually. Okay. So frost, heat, weather, and hunger. Right. We're not going to work with all of them yet, but we're going to code it, like to soft code it. Hello, Mr. Sam. Wait, what codeoform? What did I miss? Right. So I talked a tiny bit. Let me. Oh, crap! Okay. Hold on. Give me a second. Yeah. I gotta plug in my light. Hold on. Right. There you go. That's better. Yes, let's talk about the codathon. So the codathon, the concept of it is that it's going to be game over. It's going to be a stream, like a specific stream. I'll announce it way ahead of time. Don't worry. Where the goal is to code the entire game in one go. Obviously, maybe not like all of it. Maybe we'll import some functions that are declared on code vault and shit. Basically, it would just be a way, like it would be a more followable stream, I guess, for those that weren't here from the beginning. Um, and then it would be a more I guess hype experience in the sense that it's like you have to Skyman. I don't know if I should announce the theme of the first one. I'll announce it at the same time as I do the actual announcement for the date of it, etc., etc. But I'm gonna try and pour some bigger guns on this than the casual ping in Discord plus the F chat plus plot that. The goal would be to gather, uh, more people, and mostly to make something that actually inspires some people to get into coding by showing that it's pretty easy. Well, easy. It's that it's doable, I guess. Free Devon Bill. What do you mean? It's a cool idea. As a as a plot type. Ay. Okay, so let's get back to this. But you'll hear about the Codathon thing later. I don't know if a Codathon is a good name for it. We're going for like 14 hours. Probably 6, 7 hours, something like that. Something along those lines, I think. I think I started in the afternoon and like go as long as I don't get tired, you know. Shut. Hello, Red. Ay. Chat is way too small. It's meant that way so we can show Millimod stuff. I'm trying to think about how I'd want this to work. Hmm. I think I want to keep like a dictionary per player of all of the health lowerings that they have. Right? Something along those lines, like maybe do percent default health limiters, like this. So let's go directly on player.init here. Not player.init, but player.spawn. And this one, yeah. So we want to heaters. I think we'll just like define this on the go, so maybe we don't need it. Let's create the health limiters like this, right? And then let's go back here. Let's actually go back here. Basically, it's just going to be like you do it like this. I think we can cut this like very, very small. You do type, and then you do number, percent entry of percent default health limiters, percent var type, and then you do here plus var amount, and you don't forget the percent math. I don't get why the chat is small. I didn't hear. It's to be able to showcase the Millimod thing here, so that when I click it, people are actually able to see part of the beginning code. course, there's still my cam in the way, but I don't think there's like a better spot for me to put it, unfortunately. Anyway, yeah. So we got this. Let's make it a quick check. Actually, let's do it like this, yeah. Let's remove the %math and let's just keep that. We are going to check if this is below 0, and if it is, we just remove it. There you go. Yeah. So this is just like at the bottom doofus. It's red. It scrolls from up. I can't, like, if I crop it, sure, I guess, but also, yeah, I guess the way to make it work is to use your mod, to be fair. All right. Let's see if this works. You can always re-import it, it's fine. It's over there, right? Yeah, it is. Okay, yeah, let's see if that works. Okay, so this should like just like register every increment and like okay, it works. This is your basic. Let me move the cam for a second here. This is the basic way to like do a dictionary storage of like increases and decreases. Anyway, yeah, this is how we're going to basically we're just going to like send the bar, like, yeah, let's just like update the bar here. Actually, no, we don't need to because the bar updates every tick anyway, so it's fine. Let's go on get.health bar and implement that that logic here. I think what we want to do, right, is we want to start off at yeah, this should work. So we want to start off at I equals this probably, and we want to iterate over every entry in health limiter, and amount, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to decrease I by the amount. Yeah, we decrease I by the amount. Change it a little bit. My setup here, because I don't have a very good mouse position. That's better. Okay, so we decrease by the amounts, and we set list something like, what's it going to be here? I think we want to do, yeah, color effects we want to modify. So at I, we modify color effects to be no shadow here, as we previously said, and then the color of the thing, which is going to be health limiter dot percent var dot percent var health limiter, I called it, dot color. So that's going to be the color, and then we want to set the symbol. No, that's not it. To the symbol of the there you go. Oop, no, Priest dead. Downfall's been doing good since the patch, hasn't it? Okay, this should just be the char here. In fact, we can get rid of this percent var and just do a bar directly, and hopefully that should work. So to test it, let's put something quick. Yes, like this. When we unsneak, we're going to call this let's see, percent player dot change max health, let's call it, right? player.change max health. Right, and let's do frost, and we add a frost to it. Right. Oh shit. What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, no, I think if we because we got swallowed by the terrain. This is not what I want here. It's fucking hell, frost catching to me too. Jesus Christ. Okay. Let's that's the one. That's the one we want actually, because we want it to be like to start from the top. Okay. And not care about like the health that you've lost. Okay, fuck. I'm getting swallowed by the train, man. Let's actually wait for it to generate this time. Holy fuck. Yeah, this is what I get for trying to rush things up. Holy. Okay, now why am I doing items? Yeah. Okay, yeah, so... Yeah, so it looks like we want it to look, right? Um, we'll simply just like... Yeah, this looks good. So it I don't know what you guys think. To me, it indicates pretty okay that like this is not health. Like this is lost health. You've lost some of your max health, and this is the health that you have, right? I hope it looks okay, right? Anyway, um, so this is not all that we have to do, of course. I think we want to add a sound for when you actually lose the health. Maybe shadow it. That's the thing, Milo. Since we want it to be like a peak-ish bar, we're not shadowing it on purpose because that way we make it kind of look like it's not part of the health bar because the shadow is used as the container. You know what I mean? Like actually that's Immo should be a grey heart with a blue shadow. I see your point, but the idea is that since we're going to have like multiple ways of losing max health, the symbol helps like distinguish what it's for pretty like visually. I'm going to listen to you guys and try the shadow in a second though. I'm just going to make it so um, so we actually reduce the health to what the max health should be. Um, so let's actually do percent default max health. Let's keep it as a variable so it's not like too dumb to do. Let's go back on play.spawn. I think there's something that should bind it to a bar-like thing to make it look like it's taken away from the health bar. What do you mean by this? Maybe a setting to switch. Okay, so this is an interesting thing, right? Should you do a setting to switch between two of these kind of things? When should you do a setting, basically? Is an interesting thing to ask, in my opinion. I reckon, and that's my game making philosophy. You may not agree with it, but I reckon that for things like this, where it's meant to be like a visual style to the game, you shouldn't add too many settings that tweak the way the game looks by your design. You know what I mean? The reason you should do it is for like accessibility issues. You know, if you want to convey to the player more information than necessary, but I mean, ideally, you should always find a way to convey the information that the player needs in a good way. You know what I mean? Something along those lines. Um, so yeah, we set it to. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Let's move the player loop. We're always going to add stuff to this. Was the player loop taking everything here? Jesus. Okay, let's put the player loop on its own line. It's gonna be better, a bit better. I was gonna play TNR. What the fuck? Oh, you got a Lego ad. That's cancel and revive. Well, what do you mean? Something to be cool, to be hot and cool. Ah, because heat is not going to affect that bar in the same way. It's only frost that's going to. Heat is just going to like slightly reduce the frost. Except if you like step, because the I'm gonna show this in a second. Let me just like not lose focus here. Player spawn. Then we set the max health preemptively to the heart count, and then very very simply, hello Team F. Over there, we want to make it so we gather the values over there. Yes. Um, let's do some. We gather the values of this. Yeah, there you go. We sum them up. Let me pull up chat now real quick. We sum them up and we define max health as the number of hearts. So there. Minus the sum. And then we clamp percent default health to max health and 0. Like this. Okay. So this should like adjust the health as it goes, right? Okay. So yes, about the heat, right? I got swallowed by a rock. The way this is going to work, right, is that you're going to gradually catch, the cold, and it's going to shift your health bar like this with the frost icons that we mentioned. To prevent that, we're going to you want to place a campfire, a heat source, anything, and it's going to like slowly bring your like slowly undo your frost, right? And if there's no frost, it's going to slowly regenerate your health. The thing that I implemented here, health.init, the thing that I implemented here with fire is not heat. It's when you step on a fire, it's going to sustain some max health reducing damage. We're looking on health. Yes, we're working on health right now. Let's actually do the shadow that I spoke of so we can see what that looks like. So to do the shadow, I think I'm just going to do the same color at 50% opacity. That sounds good to me. So let's do it like this. And 0.5. I think this should work. Right. Let's give it a shot. I'm gonna get swallowed. Nope. Seems fine. It's close. Alright. How's this look? This is kind of nice, actually. I don't know if you guys can see it through the compression. But it's like, it's discreet. It's pretty okay. I like it. Is it going to tell me I have low health if I get low enough? Yes, it is. By the way, I added some like heartbeat thing when you've got low health. It gradually scales. But you're supposed to be dead at this point. Anyway, that's about it, I reckon, for the frost mechanism. We can add some neat stuff like maybe a sound. 1,000 ppm, so true. We can add a sound to these, maybe. Yeah, yeah. So for the frost. No. Yeah, this is probably the way to go. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. So this for frost. What are we going to do? Probably the same one for burn, right? This works. For weather, do drown. And the last one was hunger. Do we have like a starvation thing? What can we do that works for this, right? Maybe burp. Burp is good. Where's burp? I've got E here, but oh, it's other item sounds. It's in player sounds, isn't it? No, entity, player, eat. Where's burp? I think that works. Okay, no. That works, I guess. Homage pick. I know, right? Good song. From the Warden, you said? Bit too loud. That's some custom channel point stuff for funnies. I really don't know what you can set up with channel points. I gotta look into it. It's a bit too ominous. Oh, maybe something like this at like 2. Yeah, no, probably not. Change Minecraft language for real. It's an old cat. Oh my fucking cat. Yeah, I remember said the rumbly tummy. Yeah, I see what you mean. But actually, let's look into the creaking, right? Probably just some stuff here. Are we on like 2 pitches and affecting it? No? It's kind of works, I guess. Too long. I don't know. No, surely there's some stuff to do. No, this is good, right? Probably good. Let's try setting like a random type of decrease so that we can see if they stack together pretty okay. Type 2. And let's do health limiter dot registry, which is a variable that I set with every class thing. Epic excited C and we actually get hunger in this TNR. Yeah, sure, why not? You know, it's easy to code in with the same system. Okay. Oh, it's not playing the sound yet. We just see like how it looks like. I like it. I think it looks okay, right? You can still like distinctively see that it's. Oh, we're losing connection. Yeah, you can like pretty easily see that it's not meant to be health, right? Okay, yeah. Let's how do we want to do this? Are you doing something like peak for health? Yep, that's the inspiration, yeah. We've got to play the sound. Red sugar. I should add that as an emoji. That's great. Oh fuck. If you guys can like send me a PNG of a red shulker on Discord, I'll add it. It's not supposed to be a sound here. It's supposed to be health limiter dot set var type dot sound that we want to play here. Wait for the gen to. I should probably add like a condition that you can't join until the gen's done anyway. Is this no resource back? Nope, no resource back here. Hello, Lusa. Yeah, this kind of works, right? I like that. Maybe I can make the shadow a tiny bit more transparent. I think. Check it in a second, Luham. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. So, Lusa, what do you think of the health here? We're doing a custom health bar where like it can get decreased, patching up the RP, scanning to survive. It's like holy shit, red shulker. Let me see if I can like quickly add it. Um, I gotta pull up the stream manager. Yeah, I've also struggled with the Vault versus resource back. I was kind of doing that before pulling up the stream. Rest assured, Vault versus update is on the way, I think, to make it work with 1.21.8. But it's a bit tough. I've gotten a system down, and I think it's going to be okay in the end. But okay, how do we do this? Emotes. Okay. Ah, wait, I need to paste it. Let's see. There you go. Is this going to work? I'll call it crash. Oh, it's pending. Okay, so I guess we're not going to get it anytime soon. Well, but it's cute. That's good. Yeah. Sadly, it ends up being pretty different for point three in the end. Need USSR Foxes emote. Oh yeah. I should like make a shaking version. That could be fun. Um, I think we're good for the health bar. I think now I need to like introduce the heat mechanic, right? Fox doesn't stop talking to me in DMs fully drunk about how sad he is. So true, so true. So absolutely true. By the way, if my employers are watching this, oh my god, I'm cooked. Okay. Yes, so for the heat system, this is going to be more complicated, I think. I think we want to do like a score system, right? So we want to make it so you have your player standing in a specific location, right? Oh, what you want to do, I think, is you want to. Oh my god, are you versusing the vault? I keep getting distracted by these goobers. Good night, Lisa. Wait, it has. What the fuck? Vaults have an inside hitbox? Are you kidding me? Oh no, you. Okay, that's more reassuring. Okay, where was I? Yes, so you have your player in a specific location. Good night, Lucia, by the way. I think what you want to do is you want to like scan around the player, right? Something like that. You want to scan for elements, so you can maybe have a, like a wall that would like slightly isolate you, I think. And if you have something like a heat source, like a campfire, then it's going to like boost your score. You know what I mean? And we can determine like the base score based on like the weather, right? It's either that or we have some sort of thing going on where we do something like actually maybe this is not the way to go. Maybe what you want to do instead is you want to raycast around the player and like see what it finds, you know? And like if it finds, I think it's a mix of both. You need to like repeat grid around the player, find important elements, and then try to raycast to them, see if it works, and then you add it to the score. And I think like a heat source here should be pretty okay contribution. Hmm. Yeah, I think that should work. I'm trying to think about what could be like the downfalls of this. It's definitely going to be like a tiny bit CPU intensive, I guess. So maybe we put it like once every 10 ticks or something. I don't want anything. Hmm. I think there's ways to like optimize it and stuff. We shall see. We shall see. For now, I think let's make it very, very basic, right? We want to make it so. What the fuck am I looking for? I'm looking for the loop, but like. Okay. We've got this whole bullshit here. This does the bar shadow, right? I don't know why I put it here, but it's there. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should like put this inside a function, right? This should be better, I think. Yeah. Heat here needs to be replaced, right? We don't need it. Let's do player loop dot health, right? Let's take it out like this. And we want to limit this at the notification thing here. Yes. Right, yeah. Alright, player loop dot health for this. We're going to bring it earlier than that. I hope we don't have any like definitions that require to be done here. I think we could just do this, right? Parameter param gets bar variable. And you do this. You get the bar here because you're going to need the bar next. Alright, so this is going to be player loop dot notifs. And where does this stop? Right? I think it stops over there. Like this. So same thing, I think we need the bar. So I do recommend doing that kind of stuff once in a while on your plot. First of all, it's pretty relaxing, to be fair. Also, it's like, I think it's good practice to isolate your stuff inside functions because, well, I'm coding on a massive here, but you're going to obligatory flop suited. You're going to run out of space pretty quickly, I think, if you don't do that kind of stuff. I don't think there's any way to like bring it forward cleanly. I think you just gotta do something like this. Yep. That worked pretty nice, didn't it? All right. Yeah, so I think this should work as intended. Not this, what do you mean? Oh, it's for the wind stuff. Yeah, yeah. So this should be fine. Let's see if the bar still works. Seems like it does. Okay. Yeah, so this is a bit cleaner. So now what we want to do is do another external function called playerloop.heat. Try to check what's around the player. For now, let's not do any variable calling, I think. Let's like, this is just going to do the scan. Otherwise, we just like put this in an if loop later. It's going to be fine. So I think you want to, first of all, you want to grab player log here, which is going to be the aligned version without rotation of the player location. Just to ensure that the repeat grid is correct. Actually, maybe aligning it isn't too smart, is it? Okay, no, player lock is fine. We can do the raycast thing later on with something else. Okay, so we want to do repeat grid around the player, right? So what's the area around the player? Let's call them lock 1 and 2, the corners of those areas. And then we are going to iterate by a lock inside there. We're going to use shift location all axes for this. I think we want to do a radius of 3 on these, at least. So all based on the player lock, yes. For the bottom lock, I don't think we want to go lower. Maybe we want to go like 1 lower, right? 1 lower is fine. Let's maybe do like heat score. Yeah, let's initialize it at 0. I don't think it's going to start at 0, but I think we want to like determine it based on the wind, maybe something like that. Okay, let's see. I reckon for this, we want to check for walls and for heat sources, and that's it. Because roof checking can just be done above the player's head. No, I think. I don't think we want to do like a check for a sealed roof. That's going to be a pain. Alternatively speaking, maybe there's a better way to do this system, right? Maybe you don't want to scan the player's surroundings every time. Huh. Maybe what you want to do is you want to make it so the the heat is defined on the block, right? Because maybe we don't want to do that. Because if we do, as you can see, we already take up a lot of loaded variables for the rocks, mostly because basically every single one of these rocks has a pointer variable attached to every location. So I guess we could do something. It's just that it's like, I don't know if it's that worth it. It's like if we recompute every single like potential heats. No, it's gonna be a pain. We can't do it like this because if we do, then we just ensure ourselves to be 11k bars. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This it's all because of the pointer locations. I don't think there's a better way to do it though, to make it like as efficient CPU wise. It's a trade-off, right? You take more valve space for uh, less CPU consumed. Anyway, I think we're fine like doing the scan on the player every 10 ticks or something. I think it's fine for me. And later on we can maybe add something to like not redo the scan if nothing changed. Maybe that's not I don't know. We'll see what we we'll see what we want to do. So let's repeat on grid here. I think we want to shift by 1. It's fine. So 2 things we want to check for. First of all, let's just do like a global check, see if the pointer... do I set the pointer when I do the workstation? Like on a thing? Um Oh no, this is click workstation. Let's do player.interact. Yes, I do get the workstation. Okay. So using the pointer system, I should be able to do something quite neat. So %var log.pointer. We check if this is not 0. If it's not, then we either check if it's a wall or if it's if it's if it's a workstation. Sorry, I'm kind of phasing. We check if game workstation dot %var log dot pointer dot workstation, not workstation, but dot fuel maybe. Need caffeine for real. Maybe this is gonna come off as weird to you guys. I don't actually drink any coffee at all. I cannot appreciate the taste of that thing for nothing. I dislike it a whole lot. I understand why people drink coffee, and like I think it's um how would I say this? I don't know. I use it as a last resort because I really, really don't like the taste for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, if the fuel is bigger than 0, that means we have like a lit workstation. Yeah, that works. That works as well, I think. So that means we have a workstation here. We'll see what we do with that later. I think. Let me do a quick check of how I check for walls in like click.tool for building. Right? I think it's going to be in update build visualizer that I do it. No? Oh, it's build check. That's why. On build check, I check if the game build.type is wall. Yeah, that's the one. Except it's not going to be target here, it's going to be lock. If we got a wall, Oh, let's do a neat thing, right? Elements, right? And for both of these, we want to oh, let's do like this, right? Add 0. It's going to be the same logic on both. Add for both is going to be 1. Don't worry, it's going to make sense in a second. And here we check if add is 1 first, and then we check if the contain list here of elements contains %var log.pointer. If it doesn't, and if diamond fire, yeah, there we go. Then we can just add it to elements, and we have a list of things around us that are supposed to reduce the heat. The reason we want to keep such a list is because, do I reset it here? Yes, I do. It's because I want to iterate on them. I want to do the raycasting thing, basically. Okay, elements. Do I have a lock on both, right? Entities.init. Game workstation has a lock. What about building.init? Does it have a lock or does it have something else? It does have a lock. So you should be able to get away with that. Oh, you know what? Let's do something better. Make it if 0 is not, well, if it's not 0, and then here we're going to send the type of thing that we want to add. So this is a game workstation, and this is a game build. Right. For each element. Oh, and then here we go. We want to do like a package type deal. Package is going to be a instance and the type, so add. And we want to add the package. Let's like print the package here. Yeah, let's do it. Not the package, but the elements. And then when we iterate on this, we can get the location by doing %index package 1 dot percent index package 2 dot lock. This is a really neat thing. And then what we can do for this is we want to make face location, right? Yeah. Let's call it raycast. Yes. From the player's body. Maybe you will disable that raycast part later, but it's fine. From the player's body, face, we do a raycast. So 3 blocks in a corner, 3 squared plus 3 squared is 18. Square root of that is, I don't know. Shit. Okay, it's like 3 square root of 2, of course. Oh, let's do like 5. Should be fine. Like to cover all bases, I mean. Because we have the -1 as well. Let's do solid blocks. And let's do raycasts. We'll just get it onto himself, it's fine. Then we want to align here. Remove rotation, etc, etc. And as a quick check to see if it's reached its location, then we simply do if percent for raycast.pointer is equal to percent index package dot 2. Should be fine. And this checks that we've got a good raycast, like we've got a link, you know. I don't interrupt for entities, that's very good. Which means that we can like confirm it here, right? Let's go in help.init and define like the coefficient that we want, right? I think I want to do like const dot hydrate yourself, boy. Yes, that's a good point. Give me just a second. All right. Have a glass of water. I get some more later. Okay, so const dot, I think we can do game. Sorry, const dot heat coef dot game build and game workstation, because this is the thing that we save here. So how much should a wall augment the heat score? Let's do like 1 here. It's going to be like the absolute minimum, I think. And for the like, if you've got a lit workstation around, I reckon it should be 100. You know, like maybe not 100, but like 25, right? So like workstation does like a lit workstation. By lit workstation I intend campfire, furnace, whatever. It heats up as much maybe I should like multiply it with something. Fuck. Maybe I shouldn't define it in hard like this. I should make it like per workstation. Shit. For now, let's do it like this, right? We'll change it along the way. Okay. We can change that system later if we want to make it vary. All right, heat score is going to be augmented by constant coef dot percent index package 1. And we've got a heat score. So for now, let's see if we do have proper detection. Well, the fact it's not sending anything is a bit worrying, but let's try placing campfire. It does detect it. Okay. Let's try placing some walls. It detects the walls as well. So all a good sign, right? So should be completely fine then. I guess then let's change our debug message. If this works on the first try, I mean, fine by me. Let's change this hello GN to be to like, whoa, it's heat score. Let's print the heat score here. Right. So I think maybe we want to set the heat score to be like negative the wind speed. That could be fun. Maybe we don't want to make the score like additive. Right. Maybe we want to make the scores work in another way. Maybe heat sources add to the score. However, um, walls simply reduce the negative score or something. What formula could I use? What the fuck's going on? Okay. Let's actually check. If we place a campfire, it should scale up to 25 here. Oh, interesting. It doesn't detect it anymore because we're like too low. Like you need to be like kind of up from it because I think it. Ah, but when it tries to raycast, what the fuck? Why did I get killed? Is it because he gave me damage? Can you guys stop fucking around? Holy shit. Okay. Let's make it the negative wind speed, see how that scales, and then let's try and think some more about that coefficient thing we wanted to do. Let's think about it in a second. Okay, so heat score, we do have access to wind speed, I think. I think it's wind strength, that's why. Yes, wind strength. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. I think we want to make it so it's like %var, %math, wind strength, negative, and we round that. And that's our base heat score, you know? And then it could be fun to like slightly decrease the heat loss when you're around a tree or something. That's for later. Okay, so in each element, this is not what we want to do here. We want to add some checks. (12 a.m.) already? Oh no, it's 11 p.m. here. Okay, so let's remove the coefficients. We don't exactly need them. Let's just like fucking wing it. Okay, so if let's check the first of the package every time. This value equals, yes. we want to check if it's a game build, which means that it's going to be a wall, or if it's a game workstation. Happy New Year. So if it's a wall, we'll check that later. If it's a workstation, I reckon we just set the heat score, right? Hmm. That would be practical, wouldn't it? I think I've got this wrong. No, 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 no. I don't. It's fine. It's completely fine. It's just a matter of doing like elements dot add here instead. And then here we don't define elements, we define... It's a easy way to sort it, I think. We define elements dot game build. And then elements dot game workstation. Then here what we do is we do this, we create elements. Actually, we don't need two of them. Can I? Thank you, thank you. And we add elements dot %var, not %var, sorry. Game build, game workstation. We append list those. Which means, if we reverse it, of course, that the workstations are always going to be treated first. Which means that here we can set the heat score to something. And then, over there, what we can do is we can make it so if the heat score is above 0, then we multiply it by I don't know, 1.1. Is maybe too much, like this. And if it's not, we multiply it by 0.95, 0.9 probably. Essentially, what this is going to do is it's going to make it so the walls dampen, like isolate the heat loss. So normally speaking, if I grab a ton of wood and a campfire, right, and I isolate myself, yeah, you can see it's already like slightly improving it, you know. So it's like reducing my heat loss. What the fuck? Why is it minus 22 here? Interesting. I think the detection might be a bit fucked. Anyway, let's... Okay. Let's try a furnace, maybe? It's still not working. That's so weird. Okay, something's definitely wrong. It's like, it's overriding, right? I don't have a single positive value. The fuck? Yeah, something's very wrong. Okay. Let's try and see what's going on. First of all, let's reduce the spam on that a little bit. so that we can like actually have debug messages. I think it's over there. Player loop.heat. Do you have an I somewhere? Yes, I do. Let's do it every 20 ticks. We do play with .heat, and then here, so what we want to do is do something like this. Heat score. That's like the final one. Detected this, and then in every element. Oh, did I just put workstation here? No, game workstation. Well, I'm blind. Holy fuck. Want to do found this. Just to see what it finds, what it doesn't find. Right, that makes sense. So let's just do a simple wall here. Need to get myself some wood again. Alright, so it does find it. Let's try with a campfire then. Ah, I think I know what's wrong. I don't set package. It's a wrong variable error. Here, I set elements instead of package. Right. It's just replaced by package, it's fine. Okay, let's see how this works. Okay, so hopefully speaking. Oh yeah, because I unsneaked. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, so interesting, yeah, so it's not detecting this one. Yeah. So what if I do very interesting. I guess it doesn't I can't check for like existing ones, yeah. Alright, and there it checks correctly. Okay, the existing check thing fucks up because I think I still detect if it's only the instance that gets... Right. I should create the package here. And then we check if the thing has the package. Yeah. That's going to work way better. Because otherwise, it just keeps adding on, doesn't it? Like if it detects it multiple times on the wall. With some strong winds, holy fuck. You get away with doing something like that, yeah. That dampens it a little bit. And this just like heats you up a ton. Right. There's no like consideration for roof and floor, which is not too good, I think. Maybe we want to add something to like if there's no roof over your head, and the heat score is positive, you divide it by 0. Oh, you divide it by 2, sorry. So how do we want to do this? Hmm. I'm thinking that maybe I can get away with just setting like the background shadow color of this to slightly go to blue and then it freezes to like indicate that it's building up. Then again, I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. On player loop dot heat, right? I want to take in heat score as a variable, which we're going to gather here, heat score, and we want to augment that. Set default heat, yes. Which means that we do want to keep defining heat at 0 here. Yes, over there. We are going to augment heat by the heat score. And then what we want to do, I think, we want to make it so it's like if it's bigger, sorry, if the heat score is, if percent default heat is smaller than like minus 200 or something, minus 100 and... Because minus 100 is a bit abusive, right? Because the wind can be as strong as like 40. Minus 200 seems okay. We can adjust for balance later on. So if it's this, we set it back to 0 and we do whatever the fuck this was called. Player change max health. That's the one. Change max health. On frost by 1. Let's check something real quick. Yeah, if it's below 0 here, we just return and not do anything. I think we want to make it so it's like if it just got to 0, we if it just got to 0, then we just simply remove it. But if it is below 0, then we remove it and we return. Right. Basically, all of this to allow me to do something like this, and then if it's above 200, Change max health. We are going to unfreeze here. Frost -1. I just realized something. Probably we only want to play the sound when you actually take damage, right? So if the amount is greater than 0, we play the sound. Otherwise, we play the sound of health coming back, which we've not defined yet, but we can define as a const. Const.max max health regain sound. Const.health.regain max sound. There we go. And we can define it here. What's that one thing of like... Oh, shit. Hey, Rixie. Because like slightly... I don't know. Fuck, I used to know it. We're doing the heat and health system, Rixie. Interesting. Indeed. That's too much. What's a good sound for regenerating health? Definitely not that. Yeah. All the lag settling in. Surely we can find something. I need to make the food sound this. Oh yeah, that's right, there's a fox teleport. Trying to figure out what sound could work, I guess. Workstation sounds like... I'm bad with my sounds. Raya Jose, hello. Yeah, sorry, the emotes don't translate well in chat. Like this, maybe. Yeah, sure. Alright, let's give it a shot. This is what we have so far, Rixie, by the way. I should, like, lose some heat in a second, actually. Yeah, okay. So you gradually lose heat now. Okay. Doing good, doing good. How about you? Oh, where did I grab multiple campfires? What the fuck? Okay. And now, it should heal me back up. Oh, I forgot to reset it. But yeah, we got a heating mechanism now, which is pretty nice. Maybe we can work on some animations for that next. We reset it at 0 here. Who designed that heat bar? Well, it came from my original concept, and then Red sprinkled in some advice about using the shadows as the containers, which worked pretty good. I do have an idea of something that I want to do. Indeed I am. Indeed I am. Let's... Which language? Well, currently I'm practicing Hypercube. It's the thing that you see. It's kind of a Scratch-like thing. It's entirely in Minecraft, and the code is placed using code blocks like this. So as you can see, I've made a pretty substantial game so far. It's a survival game that I'm making. The IP's on the right of the screen if you want to check out the server. So here, I think we want to set like percent default last max health change. Set it to microseconds or something. The point being, yes, no, okay, hold on. I'm trying to do an animation here. We set the time to this, and we set the last max health change to, probably we just set it to the type and the amount. Where the hell am I coding? Right, so this should work. So here's something interesting we can do. On the bar here, I reckon that we should be able to do something like changing the color for like a second. That should be fun. Okay, hold on. Let's try and do something like that. Okay, so we want to check microseconds since last max. We call it. All right, we got the time. You know, yeah, I should probably put some info somewhere on the stream to like indicate what it is we're doing here in case somebody like stumbles in from Twitch. How does the help bar snow icon bar like work? I want to know so I can design something for it maybe. I'll tell you in a quick second. I'm just gonna try and do something like this. So yes, Mike, that's timestamp. Where's... Oh, sorry. Wait, is that like another time value? Ticks in startup. Why the fuck was I not using this all along? Oh god. It seems like so, yeah. Since Raya Jose doesn't seem to know what Diamond Fire is. Which welcome Raya Jose, by the way. This is not meant to make you feel like excluded or anything. I'm very glad to have you here. Right, so this should work way better. Alright, so we want to check if it's been less than a second since the last change. And if it has, I think we can do some shenanigans. I think maybe this is the part where we want to pre-compile color transitions with these, which means that we're going to do something like this. We're going to build a function for health.health limiter.init. Param gets ID. What was it? Color, char, and sound. Like this. Right, this should work. So right now should still work the same. We can just reset that. I didn't know you were streaming. Well, hello, Octal. You need to, if you want to get pings on streams, you can go on the Discord and I forgot to set up a Discord command. Let me paste the link in chat. Surely I can. Well, okay, this is a temporary link, but it's gonna work for now, I guess. I have to set up like a Nightbot thing or something. Here you go. There we go. Right. So yeah, if you want, go on this and give yourself the stream watcher role, and you get pinged every time I'm streaming. Feel free to riot, Jose. Do note though, it's a very like it's a Discord that's based on the games I make on this server. So I recommend joining Diamond Fire Discord first, which is over there. Let me give you the main Discord. There you go. I'll also put it in chat. There you go. I recommend like getting to know this server first before we, because otherwise you're going to be a bit lost on the stream. You can play the games though; it's completely fine. But it's I recommend learning about this first. Okay, health limiter, ID. Let me just make sure I got it all figured out. I think I could just like transform these, right? Health limiter dot init. All right, let's just like put these before I forget. Right. Okay. Whole reason we did that because this is color chart sound. Whole reason we did that is because then I can do gets.gradient HSB, and we can do a colors tag here. What are we doing right now? We're doing interesting. Yeah, I'll tell you about what we agreed on in a second, Rixie. We're doing the sorry, I'm a bit perturbed by this. Shit, I don't want to lose it though. Whatever, that's fine. We're doing a heat system from Northern Reaches, and the goal is to, make it so around campfires you gain heat, and if you're not, you lose heat based on the wind speed. We coded the function for it. I think it's player loop.heat. This runs every tick. It scans around the player here, and then it checks if it can raycast to it. If it can, it like multiplies the score if it's a war, and it sets it to 25 if it's like a lit campfire or something. So obviously it can be very perfectible, but it's a good basis. Okay, let's also... No, yeah, we can leave that for now. Right, so colors we're going to gather from this. The start color is going to be const.color.heart. The end color is color. And I reckon we can just put 20. Yeah, that works. And we want to put the colors in the end as well. Put it as a parameter of, yeah, that's what we did already. Okay, so let's just check that we get the colors correctly. We do. Okay, that's nice. Basically, what this is going to allow us to do is that if... So now I need to grab the variable back that I just set earlier. There we go. So change weather colors. What do you mean weather colors? What? Oh yeah, it's like the different reasons that the bar could get limited. It's not going to be just snow. You can like overburn, you can hunger, etc. It's kind of like peak in terms of health bar. All right, if the second value of this, no, let's not do it like that. Actually, I think I can do it better this way. Num% index of this 2. We check if this is positive, which means that you just lost something. Wonder how much peak costs. Good question. Not sure. I think this is the wrong logic, by the way. This is only going to work like when you gain hearts back. Is it? Nice. Yeah, if you regain health, which means that the amount is negative, then you want to Twitch chat MC. Yeah, no, right. It's pretty nice. Hello, Sneaky Kind. I think we can just do this in one action. I think the goal is to do on -1 from the eye. Hopefully. Oh shoot, I didn't notice that. What mod does that? It's streamer mode by Red Vortex. I got it right there. You should be able to find it on GitHub, I think. So on color effects, we want to set the index of health limiter dot the type dot colors. How we're going to get the type? I think we can get the index of percent default last max health change 1. So that's going to be the type. We get the colors of this, and we get percent bar. And here, this is where we get this one, microseconds since last max. So yeah, this is gonna be a long one, but just the process. Microseconds since last max. Now, normally this should just be like a neat animation, but it should make it so when you I'm gonna get swallowed by the... Yep, there you go. Should make it so when you regain health after you lost one, we'll check in a second. As well, let's wait to lose some health real quick. Alright, let's try. What it should do is it should make it so the heart fades from the original color. Right. Yeah, I agree, Octo. This is interesting though. I kind of did it wrong. Because it's not supposed to be the full heart colors. It's supposed to be the grayed out one. Okay, it's gonna require some thinking. What's the progress status at the moment? The progress status, we still need to do like this. And right now we've only done this on this tree. It's a big system, to be fair, so you know, we're not going slow exactly. It's a very important system and it's quite like unique in its logic, so it's completely fine. The other ones are probably going to go by faster. Right, let's go back on the bar. Here, yeah, you need to put this behind inside brackets. So it should be colors from, right? Or like colors to empty is what it should be. We're going to have 3 possible states, I think. We have colors from full. Oh god, yeah, okay, no, we have 4 possible states. Shit. Colors from full. Colors from empty. Colors to full. Colors to empty. Basically, it's just to have like the fade pre-computed here, which just means that we do more gradient stuff. There we go. So this is the hard to the color, which means that it's color from full. Do charts and MC work when converting to MC chat? Yeah, they do. Colors to full is the same, except it's switched around. They do. And then colors from to empty. Which one did I put first there? Yeah. From empty to empty. This is the part probably where I want to define what an empty heart like looks like visually. Because I think I hard-coded the color here. Where the fuck is it? It's over there, yeah. Percent var const.color.empty heart. Const.color.empty heart. I think I can go in generic.init here. Yes. Now we're going to need it twice. Let's go on health limiter and put it in here. So from empty is this, to empty is this, color, the loader in that go, yeah, behind it, don't worry about it. And then 20 on both. And then let's just review that to see the correct order. From full, from empty, to full, to empty. So, yes, colors from to empty, full, empty. From full, from empty, to full, to empty. There we go. Right, and now it should do the transition correctly. Hopefully. So yeah, let's wait for it to tell us what it looks like. I'm glad you like it. It was nice to cook up. I wish the wind speed was faster, but you know, let's settle for this. So normally now, it should like fade from blue to an empty. Okay, so it works, but it did like a frame of it not working. I do think this is good though. It's like it adds some transition. Prompt to scroll to select if there is one already. Good call, I think. Maybe I'll put it like in the action bar or something. I think it could work. Okay, let's check. What you mean? Um, right, I think we need to clamp it here. When we see code lines, I don't like it. I think it's too cramped. Because he's too coated for that. Right. The current heart is let's call it empty by default. And here let's make it so this the empty in here is current heart. Shit, that's not it. That's over there. Yep. Oh fucking hell, sorry Luhim. Floppy disk. Fox. What? I don't get it. I think I just check if I'm under percent default health. Right? Should work. Yeah, that's a pretty good delay, I think. I think it's on my side, to be fair. If I here, I think it is. Yeah. If I is above, no, if percent default health is equal or above I, are you using the fucking minus touch? Current heart should be full. Let me think. If percent default health is bigger than I, you know what? Let's just like think. Let's just like try it out. It should be fine. And if it fucks up, should be strictly bigger. So you regain your first heart. It's going to be I equals 1 and health is equal 1. So yeah. Yeah, so this is the menu. If you were wondering, sneaky kind. I made the heads myself. It's pretty. I think it's pretty neat. Okay. Ah, some strong wind finally. Jesus. Right, let's see. That's some pretty interesting transition, isn't it? What do you think, actually? No. Okay, hold on. Let's just disable the debug messages because they're getting pretty annoying. Let's just leave the heat source. It'll be fine. Def looks amazing. I'm glad you like it. Maybe having it be hue shifting is not the way. Hmm. I wonder. I wonder if it's the right way to do it because it goes through like a shade of green. It kind of looks weird. I'll see. I think next I want to make it so I transition the 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 icon in chat, not me. I I, I want to make it so here I change the color effect if the microseconds in startup is like lower here, and so we want to check that the type matches. I think it's health limiter here that needs to be equal, like list size equals here. Not list size, but list parameter in percent default last max health change. We check if the type of this type is in 1, which is better. Definitely Northern Reaches. I think it's unquestionable that Northern Reaches is just way better. Far Reaches attempt to some nifty stuff that I like in theory, but it got a lot of things very wrong. For example, the 3D it's cool, you know, visually, but gameplay wise it's absolutely horrendous because it just contributes to separate everybody. That's my take on it. We check that the incrementation is positive. Some people want separated. What are you talking about? For real. I think I'm gonna do current hard is full, and I've no clue in what scenario the current hard could not be full. We do need to set it twice though here, because we need to repeat that here. This one. Yep. At I+1. I think. Yeah, okay, hold on. I need to add this check. Because if no, not this one. If the amount is equal to 1, then we don't want to set like the next one. Yeah, so we set list here of the color effects of I+1 to the previous one. And here we set the color effects of I to be this, except different. Actually, probably not that different. It's just that it's going to be from instead of to, and then we should be good to go. Right. I don't think I want to clamp stuff here, by the way. Let's clamp it like earlier. There you go. Let's clamp it there to be 1 and well, 21, I guess. And here we should be good to go for the transitions. Let's give it a shot. So now the health should yeah, it transitions from red here. I guess the only issue is that the shadow doesn't transition. Right, it's not ideal. CPU circle doesn't work. Nope. Completely broken. I think this is neat. Let's try heating it back up to see what this looks like. I still lost some... Oh, it's not like seeing it. What? Why is my heat score not... The fuck? That's some detection error. I think it's because of the ray casting. It doesn't really catch anything in the snow. Yeah, there you go. Here it catches it. It's a bit weird. I kind of like this transition system actually. Like it looking colorful. Would you guys keep it colorful like this, or would you prefer a simple RGB transition that just you know, like goes through a smidge of gray? Ah, here's the problem. It still comes from red here. Hmm. Also, Rixie, there's already shadows in this. There's an issue here, though. There's an issue with the with the with something. But like colors from full to full should be like correct here. From empty to empty seem pretty okay to find, I guess. It's kind of odd. Okay. No, this just like oversets it. This is not what we need. Uh, let's put this as like transition color or something. New color. So we can like do stuff with it. And here, come on. Let's do something like this. This is exactly the same, right? The fuck? Oh no, yeah. Gotcha. New color here. There's going to be shadow, percent bar, new color. Probably we want to do some number stuff here. Percent bar, new color. And here we probably want to do something like percent math or percent bar. Ticks since last max. Is that what I call it? Microseconds since last max. Why do I call it microseconds? It's ticks. Whatever. Microseconds since last max. This should be... It starts from 1, ends at 0.25. And it's at 20. So we divide by 20 to make it 1. Then we do times 0.75, because that's the amplitude. And then that's actually negative 75 plus 1, because it goes... Yeah, that way it would go okay, I think. 0.75 of 20 is minus 15, and you do it like this. I reckon you should be good to go. I did some skimpy math here. Might be very, very tired. That doesn't work, does it? Oh no. That's a that is a shameful way to let's just like pretend this never happened. Yes. So hopefully this should do the shadow transition properly. Would you use microseconds since last starts up so frequently? I find it that so until like a couple minutes ago, I did not know about the existence of ticks in startup, which is exactly what I wanted. I used to just do microseconds and multiplying it. This is better, and you know, oh wow, yeah, this is way better. You want to use this instead. I'm using this because it's better than to do like a cooldown system, in my opinion. More precise and it's less stuff to track, like a set variable instead. Okay. Uh, did this work? No, not at all. Oh, come on. The wind's blowing strong though. Holy. Let's try and make it work the other way. I think it's fine that it instantly snaps to a hitbox here. It's probably fine. You know what? Let's not do the shadow bullshit. Here, let's just do like the classic shadow, which is from this one, which is the health limiter color. Health. It's just new color here. Yep. So I can just get rid of that, put that in, and it should work. Ooh. Yeah, that's about what I want it to look like, I think. Like it shows that you're losing health. Maybe I also wanted to make it use the you know, the flashing thing. I think I set this here. Yeah, you see, I use microseconds to stop. Yeah, it's just fucking stupid. Let's not do that. It's genuinely so stupid. Um, where is it? It's in E. Take damage here. Play a lot of damage. Last damage is going to be the ticks. And maybe when you lose health. No, I disagree. The point of the frost is that it has no shadow, or like very few, compared to the health that has a very dark shadow, which looks like a container. Um, so here you can just set this. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm back. All right, let's get back to it. Yes, so ticks in startup makes way more sense here, and for last we set last damage, which means that when we take some damage here, should do the flashing. It's going to take a bit more time because the wind is very slow. All right, that's what we want, I think. Now, yeah, I do think that maybe the color shifting is a bit weird. Not sure. Right, let's try it from empty health. Yeah, that looks like. Okay, it doesn't work. Oh, maybe because I just didn't code it in. Current heart here is full. I think we want to make it so if percent default health is lower than I guess lower strict here since this is like higher or equal. Yeah. And we put this as empty. All right. I didn't get to see it, but let's look at it now. So it should start from the empty. Yeah. Okay, we got it. Very nice. Let's see how it regains. Apparently it doesn't. God, I hate it when it... Ugh. Okay. Yeah, the detection is a bit fucked. There you go. Yeah, okay, that's good. That's pretty good. All right. Well, we got a transition system. Okay, next step. What's the next step? We need to fix the campfire detection. Because it sucks balls. I think the way we want to do this is here. We don't want to check if the raycast is, you know, equal to the package or whatnot. We just need to make it so there is proximity between the raycast, which we don't really need to align by like 1 block. In a cube. That's maybe a bit too generous. By 1 block to and this is where I need to get the location, which I think is this one. Right, this should detect it more generously. That seems like it does. Yeah, this is the example of like a strong ass wind. Probably, yeah, I'll probably also add like a sound of elytra or something in the background when there's wind like that. because it's very, very dangerous. I mean, I say dangerous. You don't really lose health that fast. Maybe this is a bit of a cursed way to do it. But what if I made it so you lose health faster and faster the less of it you have? Yeah, no, that's way too cruel. I think maintaining a constant rhythm is probably for the best. Was he playing it on every tick? What the fuck? Oh, because I don't pass I. Gotcha. Uh, Play a loop because when I made the functions, and by the way, I ought to probably do the computation here. Health, we need to pass I because I think what yeah, it's on danger. It uses it to do the heartbeat sound. The fuck? I just get swallowed by something, I don't know. That's weird. I think this is a good health system. We're kinda cooking with this. And maybe we ought to have some conversion on the heat score. I don't know. Holy shit, you know what would be cool? If we did the actual method that I did earlier of like computing the heat score at every single location. We could make it so that sorry. So that why am I the fuck? Why am I stressing about? We could make some like thermovision goggles or something that like see where the hot spots are and whatnot, because we have access to that information. And basically, it would like show you the temperature depending on where you looked or something. I think we want to make it so, because like right now it's like rounded off to seconds due to the way it works. I don't really like that. I think I want to change how that works. I want to make it so like maybe it refreshes the heat less often, but it adds it. Yeah, let's do like const dot heat refresh here. Const heat refresh is going to be 20. Do that here. Yep, over there. And then Let's just like clear it here. I think I want to divide this. By the heat refresh. Heat refresh. Right? Right, that works. Constant heat refresh. Right, and this is going to make it less constrained, I guess. The fuck? What happened there? Okay, did I fuck something up? What the fuck? What does it instantly try to... Oh, did I set the brackets wrong or something? Yeah, okay, yeah. It closes off here. Got to clear this bracket. No problem. Okay. Yeah, so this should be like more like linear to the wind speed, I guess. Did it decrease from empty here? It does decrease from empty. What's going on? Is the detection wrong? So if this is lower than I think I think it might have to be lower than I minus 1. What happens if I like hard set my heat score to like minus 200 or something? Yeah, okay. Like every second. And if I speed that up, is it going to work? Because right now it's behaving like the old system. This should fuck up the animation. Yeah, it doesn't complete it. That works. Yeah, that's good. So we got a heat system. So this is a big one that we can cross off, right? I guess it's immediately replaced by what I just thought, which is the respawning, waking up beds. Which is the whole thing of his own. This is never going to end. We need to do stuff that we can like definitely remove. Guess what can we do? Let's do picking up workstation. Why don't you use Trello or something? So I can show it in game. I couldn't be bothered to like show it on screen. But you're right. Actually, I do have an overleaf set up, so I guess I could just do that, right? All right, let's see. Are you guys seeing this? No? I keep saying overleaf. I mean like obsidian, sorry. When this game opens up, will I use open or close beta? I don't know. We shall see. I'm not there yet, so. Alright. Here it is. Actually, no, let's keep it like on the download like this, and let's actually just reduce the window. Yes, it's good. Okay. So let's do checklist, right? I can remove that. No? How do I? Yeah, over there. Flashbang for real. Oh, is there a dark mode on this? Possibly. No, I don't know. Whatever. It is midnight, but it's fine. I'm on the weekend. It's completely okay. I'll maybe go for like an hour more and then go to sleep. Right, so let's inspire ourselves from there. Okay. Small stuff, medium stuff, big stuff. This is how you do your checklist, folks. Okay, I think that's, yeah. Picking up workstations. Discord into is more so medium. Anything else? Armor insulation system should be small. Big stuff is oh, encyclopedia. Let's like cross things off as we go. Picking up workstations, encyclopedia, Discord, upgrading builds is a big one. I don't know why I did furnace content, but maybe I could do like content. It's nice checklist. Stupid idea, make crafting have an actual crafting grid. No, no, no. I'm not doing a custom crafting. Fuck it. This would take me way too long to do. I'm already like way behind like the schedule that I want. Okay, other big stuff. Animals. Achievements should not be that big. Decoration system is kind of big. Decoration system is like doors, windows. This. Ice breaking, etc. should be medium. Ice breaking, sifting, fishing. Fishing is kind of big. Anti-grief. No, no, no. There's no anti-grief. This is a war game. Okay. Respawning. Waking up. Beds. The armor system is already crossed off. Okay. Settings is also medium. It's not going to be too big. Tree growing meteorite. That's kind of big. Tree growing meteorites. The game recycling itself. And this is just like bugs. And sadly, this is a DF bug. RC detection fails for blocks on empty hand. And we got a checklist. And you know, let's go back to our ideas and add this board too. Weather vane, I think, is planned. That's fine. Critical rock breaking. We can add that. Critical rock breaking when hitting on an ore block. Gun. All right. At foxes. Yeah, like for the animals, probably want to do anything from like foxes, polar bears, goats, sheep, rabbits, etc. Rust breaking system. Might be surprising to you. I've never actually played Rust, so I wouldn't know how the Rust breaking system works. It's a very cool thing. Also, why it's cool. Gun. Normal checklist. We actually have to pull out the overleaf now. Oh, you know what? Let's also put this as a list. Like, add the tree variants because these are unused so far. We should probably use them. It's fine. Right. Okay, and these are like skins. I really don't know if I want to do those. I'm gonna be honest. It's gonna be more annoying than anything. It's very cosmetic. Mostly, the thing is, I want to like try and make the build visualizer generalize. And sadly, like this is a nightmare case scenario, I think. Is that like another checklist? Yeah, this is the original checklist actually. We did the assets, the terrain, and the survival system. The item system is kind of done. Station system is kind of done. We're only missing realistic gun and hot men. Okay, yeah. Could be fun to add like, dice that you collect to actually do these. People can make their own bases, I think. I'm gonna make the balancing the same as the original, harder or easier. I plan on just like figuring it out as I make it, Like right now I'm just putting random values on crafts. And I think on the beta testing phase, this is where like you don't want to spend too much time, in my opinion, when you make the game. Like thinking about the number part of the balance. You want to focus on like what mechanisms should enable balance. I think you want to avoid like tinkering with the numbers until you've got playtesters that tell you how the game feels. Is except if it's like some solo thing that you can tweak out, like jump height, how good it feels or something. How long it takes to break a tree or something. But as long as you're like in the making phase, like making the concepts, you should not balance. Like it should be weird. But you should make the tools that allow you balance. By this I mean you should make, for example, on this case, a tree system that instantly breaks no matter what when you break it. You should make it so that you have uh like a tree health thing set to whatever, and you just have an axe that instantly breaks it in death or something. But when you want to test, but you do have to code in stuff that allows you to balance. And nukes because this is a war game. So real. Trying to think a little bit about what we want to do. Let's stuff up the checklist a little bit more. Add check for if terrain is generated. Think Dynamite. Yeah, we'll probably do dynamite at some point. I don't really know what else we could do. Let's do picking up workstations. That's pretty fun. So let's close down the checklist for now. Picking up workstations. So right now, what's going on? When you try and obviously I should make it so you can't pick up the campfire, of course. But when you place down like a crafting table, right, you can craft with it, and you want to make it so like if you sneak and right click it, you can pick it up. Probably make it so when it's on snow, anybody can pick it up, and when it's on foundation, only you can pick it up. While the crafting table rotated a bit, I made it so when items are placed on snow, they have like a tiny bit of random rotation. Mostly to give it a bit of flair and to just show that it's kind of just laying there. It's not like anchored and you can just pick it up. Right, so on click, sorry, player dot interact. Yeah, I see what you mean. Right, so player dot interact is only going to targets like foundation stuff. So here, you want to detect if the player is sneaking. Whoa, I'm sleepy as balls. I was just hovering there like, where the fuck is the sneak? Okay, and we want to check if game workstation dot %var workstation dot owner is equal to %default. Got an easy way of coding, and you're just turning it to C# or something. What are you talking about? Oh, you mean with the class thing? Pick up workstation. Trust me, without this system, the game would be so much more tedious to make. Let's do pick up workstation. Workstation is passed through as a spring. Right, workstation here. Let's think a little bit. I think we don't yet save the durability of the workstation when we place it. Game container and shit, but yeah. So let's do durability. Click.workstation is where you place it. And I think for this, how would we get the durability of the item? We just get like durability here, right? Like, get durability. I think it's get remaining. Should be fine. Where's the other one? Over there. There you go. So now it sets the durability. And on pickup, the workstation. Let's also, like, while we're at it, were there 13 values in one function? Oh, you mean, oh, that's the class thing I said. It's just like every parameter that I need to like define a workstation. Right, so on pickup, we want to remove the workstation. We have something like that yet? I don't think we did. Oh yeah, no, wait. Remove. Game workstation dot remove. Let's go. Remove of workstation. Except before that, you wanna make like item dot tag to item of the tag here. I think it's going to be. I reckon that we should do send var game workstation dot send var workstation dot workstation to get the block. Oh wait, no. Is this going to work? I think it is. Let's pray. We get the workstation. We do durability equals percent var game workstation dot percent var workstation dot durability. I reckon that this should work. Oh no, wait, it checks for damage. Interesting. Right, so we should not save durability, but damage. It's a bit weird. Okay. Let's just do that then. I don't care. Pick dot workstation. Let's get the damage. Or is it just that I fucked up the item thing? Does it? Yeah, it gets the damage. Okay, never mind. Gets the damage over there. Let's replace it here. Let's replace it here. Should we actually have a durability thing? No, yeah, durability is good because then we can link it to like the health or something. Let's just keep it as the durability. It should be fine. And then when you want to damage a workstation, we'll just like make it work at some point. It's fine. I think. Shit. Okay. Yes, let's give it a second. I'm gonna figure it out. Durability damage. Yeah, I replaced damage everywhere. I need to go back on entities.init. On game.workstation, I replace this with damage. Then on pick up here, tag to item. This is going to work. Get the item from this. Counts 1. We don't need to specify it. Item.damage takes in an item. Let's still do the particle thing if it breaks. Yes, it does. Right, it thinks that I think I do need to make it give first. So it needs to give it via the tag. Let's just define a tag here. There we go. And we give with the tag count 1, do give 1. And then on item damage, we give the item. And we do damage amount 1. Let's also make it real quick. So if it's game workstation dot %var workstation dot workstation is equal to campfire of cobalt campfire. It's just like return instantly to make it so you can't pick those up. You give the tag, you damage it by 1, and you remove the workstation. I reckon that this is going to work. However, that we're not done yet, because we need to do right-clicking an entity. So click entity dot workstation dot game workstation, sorry. I reckon here we should make it so if you sneak, it ends probably, and we do the pickup thing. And this is going to be game entity dot %var entity for the game workstation. That's not it at all. That's player dot pickup workstation. Yeah, it should work, right? Alright, let's give it a shot. It's cool to like build functions out of functions. I don't know what you guys think, but kind of like doing that. Okay. Right, so it does pick it up. That's good. It should break it after this one. Okay, good, good, good. And this should not be pick-upable for reaching for real. Hello, Kodasami. Let's get back on pickup here. And let's make it so there's like some sort of sound. Sorry. Let's do like some big pickup or something. Like this, but 0.4. Oh no, probably not actually. Yeah, whatever. Game workstation dot %var workstation dot look. On blocks. Let's make the player do some left click thing, whatever. What else do we need? Let's like, yeah, over there. Let's spawn an item. There's a little trick I give you if you want to do like some fancy pickup thing. You spawn the item, you instantly remove it, except that in the meantime, you give everybody the vision. Oh wow, yeah. You give everybody the pickup animation. That's the entity UID, which is the last one. Last entity, I mean. Is picked up by the normal UID, and then you remove it, and I think you're good to go here. And it's like an easy pickup animation. Oh, okay. I guess I spawned in a rock. That's kind of worrying, actually. So that means that can happen. Anyway. Hey. That's fancy. And yeah, it breaks. Alright. I think that's exactly what we want. That was pretty easy. Yeah. What about the big ones? I think this has some very high durability. Oh, never mind, not that much. Huh. Maybe the cobalt stuff? Yeah. Yeah, it's a good system. Let's try it on foundation. Normally it should work. No? Interesting. Oh, it's because I've got an empty hand. No? Really? Oh, what the fuck? Oh, is it able to fuel even without some... That's the bug. Okay, multiple bugs going on here. So let's just take it a step back. I think it's maybe because the owner stuff is not set correctly. Okay, let's see what's going on here. So on player.interact with a workstation. Wait, no, I think the bug is going to be on click.fuel, right? We do check if the fuel is bigger than 0, so what's going on? Is it here that there's a problem? Because I reckon that fuel... How far could a far reach if the far is reaching? That's a question for the philosophers. I reckon that dot fuel is a timestamp, if I recall correctly. Let's go there, see what happens there. If activated 0, yeah, workstation lit update. Do I not set the fuel to 0 if it's lit false? I don't? I should. Okay. How do I get the fuel? Game workstation dot percent bar workstation dot fuel. Okay, if lit is equal to false, we want to set the fuel to 0. That's probably going to fix the fuel bug. What else should I fix? I think there's a problem with the owner. Let's maybe check it out. Let's try the blast furnace. So, this. What the fuck? Why does it fuel me? Okay, whatever. Game workstation 1.owner. That's nothing. It's because it's called workstation 1. Aha. But owner. Nothing. I thought I had to find an owner. What the fuck? No, I guess I don't say the owner. Wait, do I really not? Huh. Could have sworn I defined an owner. Because I want to know who placed the workstation. And as such, who can like pick it up. I wanted to make the system because I don't want to be. I want to make. I don't want to make it so the game could like, so you can like easily pick up stuff from other people's bases. So that's why I added. That's why I thought I added actually the owner tag. Okay, the owner percent default to click the workstation. Hopefully this should make things work. There we go. All right. Never joined before the end. Sorry for the jump scare for those of you that maybe heard this a bit too loud. Did you not lose connection? What do you mean? So this works. What the fuck? The DF? No, I didn't. Sorry, too. So this is like unvalid. Okay, so it like it removes it, but it doesn't set block it. What the fuck's going on? Okay, hold on. Dot remove. Workstation removed. There you go. I don't see a set block. That's a very bad sign. I just purged the pointer. I don't set block it. What the fuck? Why does the furnace have a Jira? So that you like if you pick it up too much and place it too much, it's gonna break. It's the system that was there for the crafting tables. So just do it again here. Right, this is what I'm missing. I still need to figure out why the fuel accepts here. We do check if the fuel is bigger than 0. So I guess that's like the most worrying aspect. So on there, we check workstation 1.fuel. Why the fuck is it already set at that? That doesn't make a lick of sense. I mean, no wonder that this works. But it's just weird. Alright, click on fuel. Probably we check if it's above the timestamp. I guess. And here we don't exactly need to do that then. It's not the same thing yet. Where else? Can't remember. I think that should be it. Yep. Let's take a furnace. If I put a furnace and I try to click it, nothing happens. I should probably put an error message, by the way, there. Let's grab a fire starter. Oh hey, it detects it as a heat source, that's fun. Yeah, here it works. What if I pick it up? Oh, that works, yeah. Just cancel the fire, that's fine. What if I replace it at the same spot? Nope, seems like it's holding up pretty okay. Well, that's good. And yeah, of course, if you break it, place it too much, yeah, it breaks. Okay, well that's some good systems done. Picking up workstations done. Let's add breaking. No, not breaking. No, no, no. But yeah, this is one good thing done. It was not that small, by the way. I'm giving it the Medal of Honor after its death. Okay. Right. What can we do? Um, can't wait to make an RSP to hide use this item and move the action bar. I might just put that as like a setting, to be fair. It'd be fun to do that and like give it also like a skybox or something. I don't know. Actually, no, probably don't need a skybox. You got the fog. Yeah. Let's add the tree variants. I can add the thing for far reaches where the map is only reset under certain conditions. Right now, it's not planned, but I made systems with that in mind, such that it would be easy to back up the map by just changing the relevant vars to be saved vars. Right now, though, it works like far reach. It works like open reaches where it resets when everybody leaves the plot. Not really ideal for a period such as this where the node tends to crash often, but it is what it is. Alright. I do think I'm gonna do like probably the tree variants and the check for if the terrain is generated. Then I'm probably gonna dip. Stay is gonna because I'm kind of tired. Let's do terrain.init. These are the trees. Right, and here we just give it the locations. So let's see like what those correspond to. Right, so it's like bottom, top, and then the base layer. Okay, gotcha. So let's go back. Here let's just like right off the bat set the growth levels. Okay. Right. Let's grab a bunch of locations. Okay, this for the first one, this for the second one, this, and this for this one. Right, let's remove these now. This is in the way of me see. Oh fuck! I didn't. Sorry. Thank you. Okay, terrain tree. So this is the last tree. There you go. There you go. And there you go. Alright, let's see if the trees generate properly. Holy functions for real. Class system, my beloved. Okay, seems like they do. The softest code. My code has silk touch. Alright. So, tree variance is done. Let's check. Let's add a check for if the terrain is generated. Right? I think this calls for like a slight recode of things, which is that the bar. Ah, yes. I think I want to call this outside. Then we pass. Then we action bar. I want to do this here. Player.motifs at the bar. Then we pass it here. And that means that on there, on this part, let's just make it so the bar is like scroll to cycle between options. And basically this allows us to send notifications, which I think is fine. Pulse minute message 100%. 7%, sorry. Click.play, right? What's the thing on terrain gen? Is that like a variable that keeps track of gem progress? Is that it? Oh, it augments on every single fucking thing. I have like a bar somewhere. Wait. Game loop. Right, so while game status is on init or generating, should be fine. Click.play. Then we do player.notification. We give him map not gend. And I reckon that's going to be end. Actually, no, yeah, it's probably not specify end because it's going to be an error anyway. Notifications.init, and let's add a new one. Notifications.notification.init. What we call it? Map not gend. Map not gend. And it's an error. Wait for the map to generate. Hey, come on, where's my error? Okay, why does it show it? Player notice bar should work here, right? What's going on? Oh, it's player.no. What the fuck? Oh, it's player loop. .notice. That's better. Okay. Well, it works. We'll probably make like a fancier bar in the middle. It's completely fine. But yeah. can't speedrun anymore. Okay. That's one more. Alright. Anything else I can, like, speedrun? Oh, yeah. Coda, Tommy, what's your take on the encyclopedia here? Do you think it looks alright? I plan on making it so it's, like, clickable to see what you've unlocked. We're probably going to do that next time, I think. But we did a good thing today. We did the survival system, which is, like, you know, for a survival game, pretty important. Colors are a bit wonky. Alright, these are like the automatic colors that show up in the lore. Look at that. I do think I need to, like, give other colors for that, though. Glad you like it. Right. Cobalt Fire. Yes, Cobalt Campfire is going to be something that heats up 8 times as fast, but you can't refuel it. Like an emergency type heat. Um, don't think there's much else I can quickly do. This bug is still a bit annoying, but it's fine. Maybe the contrast is a bit fucked here. I don't like the title, to be fair. Let's do a tiny bit of shadow work on the title options, and then we go. Like this. Shadow, sandbar, color, dot, 05. There you go. The fuck? Where's my shadows? Are they only on here? Yes, okay. Well, I guess that's something. Uh, no, it's only for the item, is it? But no, I do save the name though. That's so weird. I think it's when I do entity, no, spawn entity dot lobby option text. I just enable the shadow, but I don't specify anything. Oh, you can't specify anything. Is it like this? To specify the shadow color. Nothing? How the fuck do you specify shadow color on text displays? Am I dumb? Oh, what the fuck? What the hell? Don't I save the name? Yeah, okay, but is it not the full name that I save here? Did I fuck up something here? Because this should just be like the name. Can't I just do this? Like this, and I remove that. Overcomplicating it much. No, I think it's just that before I did not save the actual parsed message. Yeah, okay, so it works, but it's completely unreadable. Okay. I mean, I like it. It's just that some of them is kind of not seeable. Um, Maybe this wasn't such a good idea. It's better to do this. I mean, slightly, but I think I need to like mix it with some black or something. Kind of defeats the purpose because I wanted it to be simple. But yeah, do we still have the mix color action? No, we don't. That would be too easy, wouldn't it? Yeah. Right. Shadow color, like divided by 2 or something. Alright, shadow color is based on color, and then we reconstruct shadow color based on percent map, percent index, shadow color 123 divided by times 0.5. This look a little better, I guess. Looks fine. It's not really readable. No? Might just be like shooting myself in the foot with that. Or if I make it like... Yeah, this looks a bit too complicated for no good reason. Hello, Lucopia. Are you... Well, that depends. I can explain, but... Are you familiar with what Diamond Fire is? Because I don't know how you landed it here. I can... No, you're not. Well, this is going to be fun. Give me just a second. I'm trying to... Yeah, this is the right... Yeah. Yeah, made it full. Let me just do this. Right, Lucopia, are you familiar with Scratch? If you are, this is basically Scratch in Minecraft, sort of. Essentially, the blocks that I'm placing. You don't know Scratch? That's basically okay. Basically, this is like a way in Minecraft. Like it's a server, and the gimmick is that it's a blocknet server, except that you can code. You can code stuff that players execute when they join the game, which means that you can code your own games, and you know there's a whole bunch of cool stuff. I'm making this game right now, which is yeah, the shadows just suck. I'm gonna just reestablish the default ones. Um, yeah, it's just a survival game that I need to to work on a little bit. You can place campfires. You can you have to survive to the cold. You can build. You know, stuff like this. Got a build visualizer here too. Anyway, yeah, that's what I've been working on the on the past streams. But you have to know that the server has a lot of games that are much more completed than this one. I myself have some games that are pretty okay. It's a good server, yeah. The IP's on the right of the screen if you want to give it a shot. Yeah, okay. Let me just fix up the shadows and I'm gonna go to bed, I think. We remove this and we remove the shadow. Fox on his way to change the icons of all the unfinished plots every 6 months. So real. Yeah, so I just to explain, I wanted to make it like, you know, visually consistent that they're all like 8 pixel ones instead of 16 pixel ones because that felt like too weird. You know, it is what it is. Yeah, it's just much better. All right. So that works. Let's just go back on player.notification. Trying to figure out where it's sending this. Whatever, that's fine. Okay, do you like the new Vault versus name? I'm glad you like it. I'm working on an update. Mostly working on the pack stuff. I guess I can like showcase it real quick. Alright, kind of stream is Easter egg. Should be fine. Oh, let me just like hide my packs real quick. In case there's like some spoiler stuff. Okay, hold on. Alright. This is Vault versus the state of it right now. If you want to check out. Oh yeah, no, this is the wrong skybox. I need to change. Oof, I might have accidentally left it on this one. Shit. Give me a second. This is the modifier skybox. Where the hell is that shader? Over there, yes. Okay, that's the regular sky color. I made it like it is bright, but I made it like according to the plot name, you know, colors to make it look a little good. And yeah, I do think so it's animated now. I think it looks quite nice. There's a couple tweaks here and there. Notably the you know the hat color is transition now. That took a little bit. I'm currently working on like adapting you know the whole thing to 1.21.8. It has some items here and there that I still need to change, and I want to add in some content too. So you know, stuff like this. Anyway, that's the little Easter egg for the night. Let me change back the resource pack. My Minecraft is so fucking slow. I think you went off screen when I asked who built the flag in the other bit. In the other bit, what are you talking about? What the fuck are they playing? What? There's people on Sisyphus. What the fuck? What did it send all that? It was a trans flag. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that's yeah. This is very old. Is it sending every single UID though? Jesus Christ. I cannot remember when I made this. I gotta be honest. But it is old as fuck. This is when block displays came out, I think. It's just like a simple thing where you roll the big boulder up. But like the physics of it are completely fucked. So much so that I had to slow down the player to like make it work. But yeah, and then like if you get away, it rolls back. Yeah, there's a couple things here and there. I think on beta, I um I have like some things. Yeah, like this. This is when block displays came out. I did this to like I did this and I was like completely amazed at like what the fuck. That's I was like holy shit! Look at what you can do with block displays now. Yeah, it's pretty damn old. Oh, 6%. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's probably more. It's probably better. Yeah, this is. I think when Block Displays came out, I made this and I made Squish, which I believe is just that you can like type a block, yeah, and it drops it, and it does a squish animation. Yeah, we all start somewhere. There's a couple things here and there, but they're not. I don't think any of them like work too much. There is this though. This was also a neat thing that we cooked up with Block Displays. Can't remember. Where the fuck is... What's the command? Cook. It's like a little cooking animation, I think. Oh yeah, was it you, Luhim, who built the trans flag? I can't remember who did. You know what? We can actually check. Careful, it's time for the inspection. What the fuck is it? Where is it? There we go. It's Luhim. He was right. Or yeah, he was right. Fine. Yep. Well, I think this is the part where I say good night to everybody, and I'm going to go head to bed in a little bit. Okay, I might work a little bit on Vault versus now. Try and get the patch pushed up. Anyway, thanks everybody for sticking through. 5 viewers at this hour is pretty impressive for me. I will maybe post the announcement. Lycopia. Oh, thank you, Lycopia. Thank you very much. That's very generous of you. Well, I hope to see you on Diamondfire now, considering you've made an investment. It's not my server, to clarify. I'm just a player. But yeah, thank you very much. That's very generous. Yeah, the the Codathon thing. I'm going to send some info on the Discord. Stuff like this. I think I might do it like in a month or so. The original plan was to do it next week, but I gotta move to a new place, so it's gonna be a bit more complicated. So yeah, probably next month or so, something like that. Anyway, thank you very much for following through to the end. I'll see you eventually. I do a ping on Discord. It's fine. You know how it is. I do think I'm going to get like a better schedule in a little bit, couple weeks, I think. Right now I'm still like in between phases, I guess. Anyway, yeah. I'll see you guys around. Thank you very much for following through, and good night.